You know what's weird? Computers. Also platypuses. But mostly computers. I should know. I've used them. I'm Purblind Gamer, and you're watching my Twitch channel. And I sincerely appreciate that. Welcome to another Short Horror Saturday. Yes, coming rather quickly on the heels of a Short Horror Thursday, as Saturday often does follow Thursday. Which we won't make a habit of that. That was just to make up for another stream that I'd missed. Short Horror Saturday is the regular thing. So this actually is a longer game, but I don't intend to play all of it because I've tried it before, and I can safely say it is not a quality game. This is one of those games, you play it, maybe you download it off Home of the Underdogs at some point, and then years later you get a boxed copy, and periodically you think, that game really wasn't as bad as I thought. Yeah. And then you go and you play it again, and you're like, nope, that game was as bad as I thought and worse. And yet it still got published by Psygnosis, who was like a pretty big developer back in the 90s. You may remember them as the people who made Shadow of the Beast, which was popular and widely ported and also not actually that fun, if I recall. Sequel is better. And anyway, we will be playing Bram Stoker's Dracula. And you guys are probably more familiar with the console versions of this, which were kind of okay platformer action-adventure games. The DOS version was not a port, but a completely different game. It was a first-person shooter. First-person stabber. And shooter. With vague pretensions to survival horror. And, I'll let the game speak for itself, as much as a game that doesn't have any speech can speak for itself. Yeah. Yeah, that's centered. Ooh, 92. Pre-Doom. Pre-Wolfenstein? Check out those graphics. I'm assuming they're in 256 colors. Yeah. As opposed to 16. But who really knows? So let's... First of all, you can't remap the controls. At least you can use a mouse, sort of. Oh dear, that's frightfully slow. Let's increase our CPU cycles within DOSBox, shall we? And hope we don't press the wrong key. Yeah. There we are. Actually, interestingly, you can use the WASD keys in this, which I don't think was that common in 92. They're mapped more like the numeric keypad, so A and D turn. Okay, those two. Oh wait, you can use the SZXC keys as what is normally used as the WASD keys. That could actually be... Oh right, no easy mouse turning, skip that. We're going back to using the arrow keys. And the mouse. Oh yeah, well notice there are people impaled on stakes. And back to the original true stories of Dracula. And there are trees. have to right-click on objects within the game screen to pick them up. Bullets. Your gun's pretty effective, but ammo's limited. And your knife is, yeah. Your knife is something. Hello, skeleton. There. See, what we've got to do is these coffins automatically spawn enemies, and we have to chuck holy wafers into them to purify them so they don't indefinitely spawn enemies, because that's a good way to burn through your ammunition. Naturally, holy wafers are an even shorter supply than silver bullets, because this is survival horror. And I think maybe it's to make you like memorize the best route through the game to keep you playing a lot longer. You have to click on the side of the door frames to open them. I'm sure it made sense to somebody. Maybe it made it easier in the programming. I would not presume to understand. I would merely presume to complain.
XXD Brinks. Hello.
Hey! How are you doing today, DB? Appreciate you coming by on Saturday. There's another single holy wafer. I can zoom in slightly. You know, it's a good...
XXD Brinks. I'm good. How's the vampire hunting going?
Awesome. It's going not too bad so far. We're just getting started and getting a feel for the game. Yeah, this is a reasonably... I mean, it's a kind of full-length game, but I think I'll just play, like, you know, enough of it so people get a flavor for it and see why it's not so great. I haven't actually gotten to any vampires yet, but most of the enemies are just skeletons or maybe vampires, you know. Generic dead-looking people with swords that infinitely spawn out of coffins. Good times. Yeah. Everything looks the same. It's easy to get disoriented. Of course, then once we get into the crypt, it'll be a maze, and then it'll still be easy to get disoriented. And how's your weekend going, DB? Oh, bread. Hey, and notice this lovely side art to try and disguise, oh, hello, the small gameplay window. That's one of the things. You attack by, you know, pressing the right mouse button, but it automatically centers the view to where your mouse cursor was when you attack. So
XXD Brinks. Pretty good. How is yours going?
Mine's going all right, thanks. I've gotten a bit of work done this weekend, and my roommates and I are going to have a St. Patrick's Day dinner, so pretty good weekend, all in all. That coffin's filled. Can no longer spawn sword-wielding vampires. Yeah, it's not the most egregious small window in the screen. I mean, small gameplay window I've seen in like older games, but it's not great.
XXD Brinks. Nice. What are you having, if I may ask?
Oh yeah, it'll be soda bread and shepherd's pie and Guinness. My roommates are better cooks than I. It was like, we were working during the week, like on actual St. Patrick's Day.
XXD Brinks. Nice.
I've never actually seen Bram Stoker's Dracula. But I hope it's better than the game.
XXD Brinks. I haven't had shepherd's pie in a long time.
I don't think I've had it since last year. It's really good, though. Did I drop a holy wafer? I'm trying to... The knife has a longer range than one might think, but the hitboxes are so precise. Or so imprecise, I should say. Forgot one important prefix. Yeah, you guys can see why this game would get frustrating control-wise. And I'd forgotten it was from '92, so being pre-Wolfenstein, I guess I cut it a little more slack. Still, and all this, like once we get down here and are having to find keys to open doors. I wonder if how common that was. I mean, not too common among FPSs since there weren't so many. I actually have a copy of this in a box, which for some reason I thought it came on CD-ROM, but I don't think I'm right about that. It's just looking at it, and the file size was like when I downloaded it was 740 megabytes, so like just slightly too big for a single normal HD floppy, or is it 720, whatever? Yeah, one HD floppy. The key. I'm not entirely sure what that sound was. Requires a key, eh? Well, I'm hardly surprised. Additional frustration that you can't pick up items by walking on them. You have to actually click on them. Yeah. I can't remember DB. Are you into old DOS games? That's how this game handles multiple going up and down stairs is basically warping to a new level. So, yeah. Yeah, there's that knife range. Ah.
XXD Brinks. Yet I have played a few.
Nice. Yeah, I've played my fair share. And I can safely say that NIS is not one of the OS's crowning achievements. It does make me want to actually watch the movie now, though. But yeah, there's a long-standing tradition of games adapted from movies not being especially good. And the whole, like, having the, like, mouse and keyboard separate, like, the attacking thing, separate from the keys, it can work better, because Cyclones, which I think came out maybe 2 years later, did that, and it wasn't great, but it was okay. But that was because you could aim freely within the window, and it wouldn't recenter you. Everything looks so similar. There. Silver key. Yeah, this game has like more keys than Blood 1. Like, it's like, I think at least 8 per level or something. Silver. Yeah. Wonder. I think obviously it didn't have much of a budget, but I wonder what constraints the programmers were under. And I can imagine whoever was in charge of the company saying, okay, we've got the license to this blockbuster horror movie. Now, here's a paltry sum to make a game. The programmers are like, oh yeah, we have not a lot, but we can do it. How much time do we have? And the company's like, oh, I don't know, see if you can do it in a month or two. And the programmers are thinking, okay, are we thinking this is CD-ROM or like a few floppies? And the company's like, a few? No, you mean one floppy. Yes. Make a first-person shooter game that fits on one floppy, 3 1/4 inch, mind you, and is fun to play. And the programmers are like, there's some puzzle here, isn't there? I'm trying to remember. And the programmers are like, okay, I guess we could make it fit if we were to, say, skimp on the sound. What kind of sound cards do we want this to work for? Like ad-lib? Can we just use general MIDI music? And the company is like, sound cards. Surely you joke. This game will only have PC speaker sounds. And general MIDI. No music whatsoever, if you don't mind. And that's how we got Bram Stoker's Dracula. There, yeah. As part of the reason I wanted to show this to you guys on the stream was Remember that Dracula game we played a couple weeks ago? It was made with Ray Game Designer 2 as a engine demo. I mentioned it was based on this.
LOL, so true.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them and what they have to go through sometimes. It's like, I can't imagine this is the programmer's fault. I mentioned that game from a couple weeks ago is based on Bram Stoker's Dracula, but realized probably not many people had seen Bram Stoker's Dracula for DOS, because there's not much reason to. I mean, I only bought a copy because I collect horror games and I'm weird. And yeah, that other Dracula game was short. The reason I didn't play it again, on a subsequent stream, is I realized that if I just made that one jump that I couldn't make, I would have beaten the game. So it's 15-minute play time. But it plays better than this, I have to say. See, that was... What am I stuck against? Nothing. I was stuck against a wall. So if I had switched the gun and shot him, I'd be dead. Because, any low-level enemy can kill you within 8 seconds. Say 5. Making sure there's nothing else up here. Wait. There's a key. I'm curious, DB, because I was trying to speculate on it earlier. How many colors does this look like to you? Does it look like 256? At first I was thinking maybe it was 16, but it seems a little too detailed. We're back downstairs. That was the right key. At least he didn't notice me after I stabbed him twice. How do I should save the game. Yay, I completed 5%.
XXD Brinks. Maybe 16.
Oh, maybe it is. Interesting. That would make... I guess that would make sense for the really small file size. I can never remember. I think that's EGA is 16. For some reason, I would always get EGA and CGA mixed up. I mean, they were kind of a little bit before my time, except that when I was little, my family had a computer that was 10 years out of date, and either monochrome or 4 colors. Hercules, that's what they used to call monochrome. There. I think this was Alone in the Dark? I'm going to get confused about my years, but... Oh, wow, I'm almost dead. Let me drink some wine real fast. There, much better. Wine fixes everything. I wonder if this would be considered another one of those, like, kind of predecessors to the survival horror genre. werewolves. Ah. Okay, so werewolves respawn. GTK.
XXD ranks. Might be. It does have skeletons and zombies.
Yeah, and just the whole, like, limited ammunition and, like, I guess, yeah, finding keys to go through doors and, well, inventory, like, because you'll see I'm out of the holy wafers now, which means until I find more, I can't. What's that? Oh, cheese. I can't block up any more of the monster spawning coffins, and there's at least one more in this level, as this fellow will attest to. No PC speaker sounds. What is this? Oh. I hit a switch? Yeah? What's up here? Oh yay, skeletons. I love skeletons. And I think that's a stack of holy wafers, God willing. Also, the kind of the relatively slower pace of it makes me think of survival horror. Like, you know, you have to be deliberate in your actions. It doesn't have the speed of Doom. Ammo? Oh, thank goodness. And I believe like, there are multiple levels, and in each one you have to, like, seal off all however many coffins and then face off against Dracula. But I've never actually gotten that far. Because I've always gotten frustrated before that and been like, I could be playing something more fun. I hear Pong is lovely this time of year. Any more? Making certain there are no items I missed up here. At least they have the decency to not let the monsters spawn when you're standing right in front of a coffin. Well, if you're a couple feet away, they can still spawn. A very arcade game of them. Yeah. I either just fused 2 loaves of bread or I ate one. What's that? Oh. What? A puzzle. There it is. Is it just me, or does that switch like move every time I attempt to get near it? Ah. It made a noise. Is it just rotating around? Ah. Dracula, you clever old fellow. I actually seem to be doing better than I thought I would. Just maybe because I'm not conserving my ammunition quite as much as I want to. I'm sure that'll come back to bite me. Emphasis on the bite, because it's a vampire game. Even though I'm not sure we've seen any. We've seen a werewolf, and werewolves, I believe, traditionally bite. So I read. Speak of the furball. I didn't know that werewolves slept in coffins. Have any of you guys seen the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula? Like many classic horror movies that are readily available, it's on my list. A list which occupies about 3 notebooks if it were all written down. Is that where? No, that's where I came in.
XXD Brinks. I haven't.
I think it's supposed to be good. I've been meaning to see both that and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Say? Oh.
XXD Brinks. I always thought werewolves were a cave-dwelling creature.
Yeah, I mean, or at least the forest. But I guess since they're in league with Dracula, and I know like vampires can sometimes turn into werewolves, so I guess that's part of where this comes from. And we're running rather low on our wafers once again. That's kind of cool. It tells you what percent of the game you've completed. I wonder if I have it wrong and it's not broken down in traditional levels. It's just one of those ones that's one big game. My little joke. It's true, though. Looks. Uh-oh. Shoot, how many of these clowns are there? shouldn't be a chore every time you want to pick something up. Whoa, that... What? I wonder if I'm hitting invisible switches or what exactly. Don't open. Alive inside. I wasn't standing directly in front of the coffin, so he was still able to spawn. What's that? Probably something frightfully important. Nope, cheese. I think this is the way I came. I'm hoping I overlooked something. No, wait, which key do I have? Gold key. I don't think that's one of the ones I needed back in that central room. Who knows? Yeah, I was here before, and I'm sure I'll be here again. Round, round, colors your mind. You think you're seeing things, I am purblind. Oh, gold key. There? No, there's nothing else there. Hey, I found a secret teleporter. And a werewolf. And a whole lot of other things. Where the heck am I? Ah! Tricks and traps, I say. Yeah, we're not opening that. Forgot I'm all out of wafers. Congratulations, game. You've definitely got my heart racing just a little bit. Emerald key. Okay, now that one is one we need at the main hub. So I just have to remember how to get back there. And it's not this way. At least a coffin can't spawn another enemy until you've killed the previous one. There is that. So,
Artyom Havoc.
an emphasis on running away.
Hey dude.
Hey, Havoc! How are you doing today? It's good to see you.
Artyom Havoc. Gonna lurk while I work on stuff Artyom 7 IBM Heart.
Oh, awesome. Well, I really appreciate your stopping by to check out god-awful proto-survival horror games of the DOS variety. And everybody, please go check out Artyom Havoc. He's a streamer who does a wide variety of games. And other subjects too. I believe he has a penchant for untangling cables.
Artyom Havoc. Yeah, this actually looks kinda good TBH.
Yeah, if it weren't for the bad controls and the frustrating gameplay, it wouldn't be that bad of a game. It's
Artyom Havoc. Haha.
Yeah, I think largely it hasn't aged well, and it's one of those games you would have to memorize the routes to be able to really complete it. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming by and lurking. Let's see now. Way back to... Ah! Assuming I can find my way back to... Yeah, oh, okay, no, I recognize this place now. Ah, yes, an armadillo went this way a short while ago. Good police work takes time. Oh, no. Ah. Automatically, my hand went to WASD. No wonder it wasn't controlling quite right. A night key. Oh, okay. And maybe it is a dozen keys. Hell, maybe it's 20. I don't presume to know. I just shoot and stab. And get stuck in walls. But hey, if you're gonna get stuck in walls, do it spectacularly. Or just type ID spispopped, that is also another option. Did I? No, there's definitely Emerald, and I thought Emerald was one of the ones in this. Okay, yeah. Is it possible I used an emerald key on a door already and there are multiple doors that require emerald keys? Because that feels disturbingly plausible. It's also possible that the door...
Angela. Hey.
Hey, Angela.
Early tonight.
Yeah, I know. I'd been keeping unusual. I'm trying not to stream so ridiculously late sometimes. And also, my roommates and I are going to have a St. Patrick's Day dinner, belated. So I'm probably going to wrap up fairly soon. To be honest, I didn't know if I would get as far or stay alive as long as I have. But how's your weekend going, Angela? Hey, Ruby key. Oh. This door will not budge.
Artyom Havoc.
I wonder if it will budge Regar.
Angela.
I wonder if They have the same root word. You know? No, wait, this is where I filled the first coffin. Ah, yes. This 16-bit scenery, or 16-color scenery is starting to look very similar to me. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't a specific type of crystal key. It was just a generic crystal key, so I backtracked to the start of the game for nothing. I'm sorry, I cannot keep track of where all 20 different types of keys go if there are multiple doors that require the same keys.
I had a pretty bad migraine from like Thursday night until just a couple hours ago. Seems like it's finally letting up though. Knock on wood.
Oh no.
Hi at Artyom Avik, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, knock on wood. I'm so sorry, Angela. That's really rough. I hope it, clears up entirely and stays away. That's really not fun.
Artyom Havik. I'm doing good. Just getting stuff done. I've been having a lot of headaches the last few months myself.
Oh man.
I feel for you.
I'm sorry to hear that, Havoc. It's a real shame.
Shudapangela. Thanks, smiley face. I'm sorry to hear that too, Havoc.
I'm not sure where the other emerald door is, but yeah, this. I'm suspecting the game may be unwinnable at this point because I used up some ammo, trying to fight my way through those thick cluster of coffins, and I have no idea where more holy wafers are or where. Oh wait, we're back here again. Or where even the right door for this key is. And it's basically you can take out one monster, at a time with the knife, kind of. Two if you're really lucky, but any more than that and it's utterly hopeless. And still I wander. Right, sun key. Find a key, then wander round and round as the monsters spawn with PC speaker sounds. As you trek along the ground round till a vampire cuts you up. Then you're dead. Restart the game, and begin to think that the title's lame and I can't improvise songs well. Go through there, or no, nothing.
Shudapangela. Communion wafers aren't used enough against vampires. in my opinion. But then again, communion wine is almost never used. I
That's
wonder if it's
right.
difficult to get a priest to bless them until right before communion. As you can probably tell, I don't know a lot about how communion actually works, lol. They
Yeah.
just gave us regular crackers and grape juice in good old Southern Baptist Church.
Right, I think it seems to be more the Catholic thing that actually used the wafers, but that is a good point in vampire movies. Trying to think.
RDM Havoc.
Many.
https://clips.twitch.tv/crazystupiddot copy this -xl queso gduj9vzk2y0. RDM Havoc. You are welcome.
Oh my gosh, you clipped. Oh my gosh, you clipped me trying to improvise parodies of Perry Como about vampires.
RDM Havoc. Yes.
Thank you, Havoc. I should know better than to say and do random things on Twitch, because they will be preserved for posterity.
Shudu Pendula. Ha ha ha.
I'm gonna go ahead and
RDM Havoc.
save.
Indeed. That's what friends are for.
Right, that is what friends are for, and that's half the fun of Twitch. Preserving the nonsense that we, say in everyday life for posterity becomes a lot easier. So at this point, wait, is he? Okay, no. Oh!
RDM Havoc. You know it's a good one when you are on the other side of the room and drop everything to hit that clip button ASAP XDDDD.
Well, thank you, Havoc. I really appreciate that. I realize I'm distracting you. Shoot, there's no way to trap them in there, but at least now they're all behind me, and if I can... Wait, where? All behind me, except for one wayward skeleton. Oh, Emerald Key! It was here all along. Ha 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 ha, what fun.
Shoot a pendula. Oh, we're shooting a gun at them.
We're attempting to. Harker is dead. Nothing can stop the foul lord of the undead as he lays waste to London, and Mina falls under his seductive spell, and then he sells the licensing rights to Psygnosis, and they make god-awful pre-Wolfenstein FPSs that fit on a single floppy. At least Harker won't have to buy one. Okay, I'll give that one more go. See if I can make it through at least now.
RDM Havoc. Psygnosis has made some damn good games though.
Oh yeah, they have. I mean, I was trying to think earlier what they're best known for, and I was guessing it would be Shadow of the Beast, but I mean, Shadow of the Beast 2 was pretty good, and they made a bunch of good ones in, the 90s. I was trying, and don't know why I can't remember any of them now. I think they made some, vehicular flying combat one. I don't think it was Crime Cities. And they were doing, various platforms, like PC, console, bunch of different things. And I always wondered where they got their name from, because it sounds like a combination of Signet and Psychosis.
Drake and Order of the Flame / Achiant Gates, also G-Police.
Oh, G-Police! That's the one I was thinking of, yeah. And Draken or Drakian? I've heard of that, yeah. I didn't remember that was them. So I can't really blame them for not. always having great games. And this is
Artyom Havoc. Draken.
Draken, yeah, Order of the Flame. Let's trick these guys into getting past me. Like I was saying earlier, I wonder if this game was not only, an unusually early FPS, but...
That one is expensive.
Oh, is it like to buy a box copy now? Yeah, so many games are.
Artyom Havoc. I got lucky and found a copy of both games in an estate sale.
Oh, sweet. You can find some great stuff if you're lucky at estate sales and yard sales. I think I got my box copy of... Bram Stoker's Dracula for a pretty good price. I probably wouldn't, even though I'm a collector, I probably wouldn't spend a lot of money on it since it's not good. Oof. Oh no, wait, there they are. Oh. That's why they weren't showing up.
Artyom Havoc.
I trapped them in a box.
Yet I've been on a spending spree when it come to big box games.
Oh, nice. It's fun to buy them on
Havoc.
occasion, special things.
Fractal Mind Mike has been a bad influence XD.
Yeah, I've watched some of his games, unboxing stuff. And then I saw recently somebody was like selling big box copies of both System Shock 1 and 2 on eBay, and I was just kind of like, I'd like those, but they're already like a couple $100. Never mind. It all looks the same. Wait, was it? It was this way. Okay, yeah. This is not the time to conserve ammunition. Where am I going? Where am I going? Ah. Oh, do I have to hit the switch and run back out? Is that how this goes? I'm not getting anywhere. I think I'd intended this to be a shorter stream anyway, just enough to show everybody this game. I think this is probably a good point to call it. I'll go ahead and wrap up. Oh yeah, that was Bram Stoker's Dracula, the DOS version.
Artyom Havoc. Thanks for being here, my friend.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you too, Havoc. I appreciate you coming by. And yeah, like I was saying, this game was clearly the inspiration for that Dracula engine demo we played a couple weeks ago, which, in spite of only being 15 minutes long, if you play it straight through, I think was probably the superior game. I mean, it did have 10 plus years of technology to make it better, but I don't know. If I'd played Bram Stoker's Dracula back in the day, maybe I would have enjoyed it better. Then people were more tolerant of having to memorize the route through a game, but still, that control scheme is kind of maddening. So, coming up, I know I'm going to be starting a new game tomorrow, but I haven't decided what. I might, since I have an interest in rail shooters, I might play Alien Odyssey on stream, which is a sort of rail shooter and adventure hybrid that I happened to get a copy for like $3. And then again, I might start something a little more better known and more enjoyable. I might start a new
RDM
adventure game.
Oh wow, that's a nice looking box.
Yeah, it is. It's the European release, actually. Predates the
RDM
rating
Havoc.
system.
Do an unboxing?
I just think when I do play that, I will do an unboxing, even though it doesn't have a lot of super exciting stuff in it. But I will do that. Like, I enjoy unboxings. So I might do that, or I might start another
RDM
adventure or horror game.
Awesome. Make sure you let me know.
I will, Havoc. Yeah, definitely, because I know you're interested in the big boxes too. So that's pretty much it for my stream, but if everybody could hang out while we raid.
Glad I got to catch some of the stream tonight. Smiley face, have a good dinner with your roommates.
Oh, thank you, Angela. I really appreciate it. And I'll be streaming longer tomorrow and hopefully also earlier for my East Coast friends. Let's see, who's online whom we can raid? Yeah, we could raid Andre, my friend from school, who's a voice actor. We've acted in each other's projects several times. He's fun. He's playing Jackbox on Saturdays. But Angela and Havoc, I hope both your headache problems get better and don't come back ever. There it is. Okay. So, thank you again, everybody who came by and enjoyed Bram Stoker's Dracula, which will probably not give you too many nightmares.
GN man.
You too, Havoc. I'm Purblind Gamer. I'm a variety/retro/horror streamer who streams on Wednesday and Sunday evenings and then does short horror Saturday. So, let's all go say hi to Andre, and I hope everybody has a good night. Thanks again for coming by.